Have you ever pondered over the various types of USA visas available for Ethiopians and the process of applying for them? This video will unveil the answers to these questions and more. There are mainly two types of visas: immigrant visas and non-immigrant visas. Immigrant visas are for people who plan to live permanently in the US, while non-immigrant visas are for people with permanent residence outside the US but who wish to be in the US on a temporary basis. Firstly, for those seeking a permanent stay, the process for an immigrant visa begins with a petition, which is typically filed by a relative or employer in the US. After the petition is approved, an application can be submitted to the National Visa Center. This process involves a series of steps, including completing an application form, gathering the necessary documentation, undergoing a medical examination, and attending an interview at the US Embassy or consulate. For those planning a temporary stay, the non-immigrant visa application process starts with the completion of an online application form. Following this, an interview at the US Embassy or consulate is scheduled. If approved, the visa is then issued. A popular type of non-immigrant visa is the B1/B2 visa, which is for visitors traveling for business, B1, or tourism, B2. The application process involves submitting an online application, paying the visa fee, and scheduling an interview at the US Embassy or consulate. The F1 visa is another non-immigrant visa designed for students. To apply, one must first be accepted at a US school or university, then complete an online application, pay the visa fee, and attend an interview at the US Embassy or consulate. The H-1B visa is for professionals in specialty occupations who wish to work in the US. This process begins with a US employer filing a petition on behalf of the applicant. After approval, an online application is submitted, followed by an interview at the US Embassy or consulate. In summary, the type of visa one applies for depends on the purpose of the visit to the US. The application process for each visa involves filling out an application, paying a fee, and attending an interview. However, the requirements for each visa type can vary, so it's important to thoroughly research and understand the requirements before starting the application process. Remember, obtaining a visa is a significant step towards achieving your dreams of visiting or living in the US. So take your time, follow the steps closely, and you'll be on your way to embarking on your American journey. Before we end this enlightening session, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more informative content. Your support helps us create more videos like this. Until next time, keep dreaming and keep achieving. Did you know that if you're married to a US citizen, you can apply for an immigrant visa? Yes, you heard it right. The process is somewhat different from the other visas we've discussed so far. First, your US citizen spouse must file a petition for alien relative. Upon approval, an application is submitted to the National Visa Center. The final step is an interview at the US Embassy or consulate in your home country. This process allows US citizens to bring their spouses and families to the US, helping to keep families together. So if you are married to a US citizen, don't worry. The American dream is not just a dream for you, it's a reachable reality.